What's up, Cleveland? This is Fred Ward. And you know what? I want to share something with y'all today because it's important. You know how a lot of times you have people do job fairs or health fairs? Well, you know, it's really important to be credible with the community in which you're trying to serve. Well, there's a lot of opportunities out here, and a lot of times people don't even come to the stuff that, you know, is even available to them because it ain't through a credible messenger. And I want to show you something what happened last Thursday. We had this job fair, 6 p.m. on a Thursday, right? And I was at home, and, you know, I was tired. I'm like, I'm about to chill, let my assistant Cleve, you know, handle it. And I started getting calls like, hey, Fred, I don't know. It looked like it's going to be more than we expected. We thought about 50 people was going to come. And so I ended up getting up, looking at the camera, and, man, it was like 200 people outside. They talking about we need overflow. We got to open up the podcast room and let people in there to fill out applications and all that. And man, I had to just think about it. It was so much that I got up and came down to the center. When I came down here and I'm looking in the faces of these young men and women, I realized something. I realized that these people wanted to work. I seen white boys in here that, you know, anybody who done went to an interview, you know about the interview shirt. They had on the interview shirts. I'm talking about them shirts was ironed, creased, and I'm like, they actually prepared themselves to like come down here and like get a job. And I mean, my spirit, you know, so that happened Thursday, and I'm like thinking about this. I'm talking to Cleve, and I'm like, man, we can't just sit here and depend on like the process that just happened. We got to push it, you know, because when you got that many people come out on a Thursday trying to get a job, we got to make sure that they don't get uninspired, right? That they stay hopeful that they can get some gainful employment. And so this little short clip is to just let you bear witness to the fact that young people do want to work. And I believe it's a violence intervention and crime prevention model to get a person a job so that they can take care of their family and themselves. I think it'll reduce crime. And so I want to send a special shout out to the Fowler Family Foundation that actually funded the Kanimu Foundation so that we can even put this program on, because they believed in us enough to say, you know what, we're going to go outside of the traditional way of thinking and we just going to help, right? And we stood up for that. And it's amazing that other organizations do that. So that's to the philanthropic community. Like sometimes you got to think outside of like the standard RFP. And to the city of Cleveland, we know it's jobs in there. We need some of them good jobs. So this is to Mayor Bibb. We need access to some of those good jobs so we can get our people in there. And the other employers, right, that's felony friendly, we want to give you a shout out because it's you taking the fact of risk of taking a second chance with people, you understand, allow people to even get in there. And there's also a responsibility to the people that get hired to make sure that you do a heaven of a job so that those that's coming behind you can get through there too, right? That you don't create that eyesore. This is what we call shared governance, accountability and responsibility, and not just one individual place, but all across the board. To the philanthropic community, you understand, to the employers, to the city government and the county, because we know it's jobs in the county too. I want you to look at this video and see this amount of young folks, black, white, Latino, that want to work. And I want y'all to get in touch with us, right? And support this effort. We're going to do pledge cards because we want to know what employers actually, you understand, are felony friendly.